what are some, I don't know, some 80-20 tips that you would give to somebody that's looking to, start creating Facebook ads in terms of video, copy, and offer?
Yeah, good question. So yes, you're 100% right when you say it's more forgiving when you go to warm traffic, because now the most important thing now with Facebook ads is the creative, like the image or the video and the copy that you put in your ad. We used to live in a world where Facebook ads were so good because of the granular targeting you could do. Like you could target so specifically and, you could get in front of the exact right person at the exact right time. It was, it was great. Different world now. Now we kind of go broader with our targeting. We go much, much broader. Often we don't even target anyone. We just say open audience. I just want to target males aged 30 plus in Australia, whatever. And so most of the targeting and everything happens with our image or our video and our copy in the ad. So super important that we get that right. A few things I think, like based on that, and the reason I sort of set that up like that was because kind of just so I can show how important that is, because your targeting is done with the ad itself, right? Which means you need to be specific, and two, be uniquely appealing to your particular target audience. The last thing you want to be. So that's the first thing I'll say is don't be too broad. Like you want to create things. So tip with the creative, use visuals that appeal specifically to your target audience, meaning things that only your target audience will recognize. So what's an example? So, okay, let's say
just having Bitcoin in your image, or it's like
100%. Or let's say, you're targeting people who are interested in growing online businesses or buying online businesses. Maybe you've got a Google Analytics screenshot with a chart, the chart's flatlining and then it spikes all of a sudden in the middle and you've got a little circle on it and you go change made here, whatever.
Yeah.
The average person doesn't know what Google Analytics looks like. They got no idea, but somebody who's really in that world looks at that and goes, oh man, like what did they change, right? Mm-hmm. Instant interest in that particular ad. So that's the first thing. Like try to think of visuals, whether you're using images or video. Try to think of things that are visually appealing to your specific audience and not to, the entire world. That's the first thing. So, because that's going to help with your targeting.
That's
awesome.
Awesome.
Only people who are interested in that are going to engage, and therefore Facebook is going to show your ad to more people like those who are engaging. It's kind of a snowball effect. Other things you can do with visuals when you're looking at either video or images is you need to make it look native. So everybody has this tendency and initial kind of, they go down this path of, I want to create these beautiful looking ad images and I'll get them designed by a designer and they'll, look stunning and they'll have all these different, things, I don't know, design things going on in them. But it's the easiest way to stand out as an ad. Like if you scroll through your Facebook feed, you can pick most ads subconsciously without even kind of having to think about it.
Yeah.
Because they look like ads. They stand out.
Yeah.
So the best ads that we've got running at the moment are all like selfies or, really casual type of photos or.
This is so opposite to what it used to be 5 years ago, right?
Total opposite. Yep. So like I said, those screenshots that I just showed, they work really well still because they're so hyper specific.
And so many people just post organic posts about screenshots of like that, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Like literally what I just said, you could get your phone and hold it in front of Google Analytics and take a photo and then use that as your ad, stuff like that. Because people, they call it banner. Sorry?
People don't want to be sold to.
Don't want to be sold to. And it's like banner blindness. So half the time people skip past those ads that look a lot like ads without, they're not thinking about it consciously. It just happens because their brain has been trained to like filter out
ads.
The ads.
Bombarded with them. Yeah.
Exactly. And so you get around that by actually just using visuals that look like what their friends are posting, basically, not other stuff. So that's the other tip I'll give you on creative.
Amazing.
Copy. So with the copy, there's a few things you can do. So again, you can call people out specifically, like calling out that audience, hey, I don't know, if you're a plumber in Canberra, hyper specific, right?
Yeah, hyper specific.
Kind of, again, though, that's what people's gut reaction is when I say be very specific in calling out your audience. But the problem with that, again, is screams ad. Like anything that says calling all, X in Y or calling all X who do Y.
Are
it's
you
like,
this type of person? It's like screams sales copy.
Exactly.
Rather
and
than
so,
just saying, oh, my mate who's a plumber did this in Canberra, which is more organic. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Or stories. Yes, stories are great. Like you said, my mate who did this or I who did, I did this and this is what happened. So like You know, another one's like, oh, you want to get fit in 2023. Sure, that could be a good headline for an ad, but it screams like, I'm about to sell you my fitness program.
Yeah.
You know, or if you just say something like, I tried this training schedule, it helped me improve my VO2 max by 50% in 60 days.
Yeah.
You know, that's something where it's like, oh, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I might, you know, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
So try to call people out, but do it in a way that's more like story based or a bit more of a creative approach to it that makes it interesting versus very clearly sales copy. Now that's for things like headlines. When we're talking copy, one of the things I really like to do is open. So let's just, for anyone listening who's not familiar with a Facebook ad, you've basically got the main body copy at the top of the ad. This is on desktop or on mobile. You've got an image or a video below that, and you've got the headline below that. So your main body copy is the long part, can be as long as you want, basically. You've got image or video, and the headline is just a short one-liner. So we just talked about the headline. If we talk about the main body copy in an ad, when you first see an ad, you can only see like 2 or 3 lines to start with, and you've got to click a little read more button to see the rest. On Instagram, you get to see like 2 lines, if that. It's like a sentence before you've got to click it. So that's, if you're 80-20ing your ad copy, that's where I like to really spend a lot of my time, because my goal is I need to get people to click that read more button. So I've got those first 3 lines in an ad to get them to click that read more. If they don't click it, then the rest of what I write, if I write 2,000 words underneath that, doesn't matter, right? So really heavily focusing on that. And the best way I've found to do it at the moment is say something that's a little bit, try and think of something that's specific to your industry, that's a little bit of a contrarian viewpoint, or a little bit of a alternate view to what most people have. So if you can say something that kind of pushes back against the status quo or the norm or the kind of ingrained patterns of thinking, then that really builds curiosity and gets people to go, hang on a minute, like, you know, what's this guy talking about? I'm going to click read more.
Yeah.
So
like,
you can do that.
Don't buy an online business with a low multiple.
Exactly. Yep. You know, things like that are perfect. Like, you know,
because people are like, hang on, low multiple means cheaper business. I want to get a good business cheap.
Yeah, exactly. You know, don't buy an online business that's got 80% profit margins.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, really good. And then, you know, what that does, it creates a positive feedback loop with the Facebook ad algorithm as well. So Facebook are looking at engagement rates on ads because they want to show ads. Like the main goal of Facebook
they
is
want engagement. They want people.
They want engagement
longer. It's engaging.
They don't want to annoy their users. They want to show the ads that people actually like more often. They want to, like, if an ad is good and Facebook says, oh, lots of people are engaging with this, they're going to show that ad more often at a lower cost. You'll win more auctions. So it's that feedback loop. If you can get lots of people clicking that read more button, then Facebook says, oh, okay, people are interested in this ad, and you'll see your ad costs come down as well. So not only will you see more people clicking, more people reading, more people clicking your link, but you'll also see your CPMs drop as well, which is cost per 1,000 impressions, because of that extra engagement. So they're my kind of big key tips for each element of an ad.